Boo! Hello everybody, it's Emily from Emily Loves London. It is Halloween, my favourite time of the year. As you can see, I've got my fantastic hat, which is always a bit skew if and in the wrong place. And I've tried to make it a bit ghosty. I've got my little witches up here and ghosts, and obviously my fantastic owl, which is so cool and creepy. And if you want to know where I got these from, they're from Poundland, the fantastic lifesaver of Poundland. Anyway, I am here today because I am doing my top 10 Netflix horror movies. Now, I was going to do a lot of videos like all day for Halloween, but time just ran away and I've only got one. But I will be doing all of these on my blog, so if you're looking for these and you want them, they will be on my blog by the end of the night, so do not worry, fear not. So I'm going to be doing my top 10 Netflix horror shows, my top 10 Netflix slightly horror movies, and then I'm going to do the same for Amazon Video, for those of you who have Amazon Video, and for Now TV, so that's kind of like Sky and Now TV at the same time. I'm also going to be doing my top 10 horror books, my top 10 slightly horror books, and my top 10 horror comics, top 10 horror games, and my ultimate top 10/20, because you know how much I love horror films, ultimate horror films. But yeah, so that's what I was planning to do all day. Never got around to everything, but we'll get there. So yeah, they will be on my blog by the end of the day, so if you really wanted to see those, they'll be definitely up, I'm hoping by about, I say 10 o'clock, I think I can do 10 o'clock. Fingers crossed. I'm off to an event today over at Waterstones Piccadilly, which is for Anu Dracula, and it's the release of the comic, so it's the author and also the two comic artists, so it's going to be fantastic. And if you're around in Piccadilly at 7 p.m. and you want something to do, come into Waterstones and I will be there for some horror fun. But let's get on with the video. So this is going to be my top 10 Netflix horror movies to watch tonight. If you are in the mood to be scared out of your wits and you have Netflix and you're like, oh, what's good on Netflix? This is my top 10 for what's on Netflix at the moment in terms of horror. Firstly, I've got the Babadook. Oh my god, this is a good film. This is number 1 on my list, and it's a 15. It's an hour and 33 minutes. It's got a 6.8 IMDb rating. It's directed by Jennifer Kent, and it stars Essie Davis and Noah Wiseman. And basically the synopsis for this is a widowed mother and her son are haunted by the son's monster under the bed, the Babadook. It's really good. It's really scary, and I absolutely love it. It's one of my top favourites of horror films. Next, at number 2, I have Mama, which is a 15, and it's an hour and 14 minutes. It's got a 6.2 rating on IMDb. It's directed by Andy Muschietti. I'm probably saying that wrong, I apologise. It stars Jessica Chastain and Isabella Nilesi. I think that's how you pronounce her name. She was the kid in it and she's fantastic. Basically, the synopsis for this film is it's a young couple take in their 2 nieces, but Mama, a supernatural spirit, is lurking around. And is she gonna terrify you? Oh yes. Next at number 3, I have Insidious Chapter 2. This is a 15. It's an hour and 46 minutes. It's got a 6.6 rating on IMDb. It's directed by James Wan, and it stars Patrick Wilson, who we all know and love, all her because he's in a lot of horror films, and Rose Byrne. And the synopsis for this, so this is the second in the series of the Insidious films, and as you know, Insidious 4 is coming out next year. Excited. But this one is basically continuing on with the Lambert family, or I should say Lamberts, and they are still haunted by the spirits which are in the father, and boy do they want to take over your body. But it's very good, especially for a second in the series, and I absolutely love it. At number 4 we have a absolute classic for you that is on Netflix, and it's Child's Play. I mean, who doesn't love Chucky? It's a 15, it's an hour and 27 minutes. It's got a 6.6 rating on IMDb, and it's directed by Tom Holland, and it stars Catherine Hicks and Chris Sarandon. And basically the synopsis for this is, it's a creepy doll that gets given to a little boy, and the doll can talk and it has a knife. And it's basically terrorizing the town with its odd sayings and creepy scars. But it's a very good movie and an absolute classic of a horror film, and you will not be disappointed if you go and watch it tonight. At number 5 we have The Ring 2, which is the second in the series of the Ring series. It's a 15, it's an hour and 50 minutes long, so it's a bit long. It's a good film. It's got a 5.4 rating on IMDb. It's directed by I'm going to pronounce this wrong, but I'm going to try. Hideo Nakata, and it stars Naomi Watts and David Dorfman. And the synopsis for this is basically, if you haven't watched the first one, you watch this tape and basically you're going to die if you watch the tape. And so, going forward, the second one continues on after the incident, and there is new evil from the tape lurking. But will you die from it? Who knows? You will have to find out and watch it. It's The Ring, and I really like the series. I wasn't too pleased with the new one that came out, but the original first two are very, very good. So you should definitely check out the second one. At number 6, we have The Omen, an absolute rocker of a classic, which came out in 1976, I believe. And this is the most hilarious part. The rating, like the age limit on IMDb is X, which is really funny. Because, like, what's X? I don't know. But because it's so old, obviously they haven't changed. I'm sure it's about a 15 now. This one is an hour 51 minutes long, so it's a long one, but it's definitely worth it. It's got a 7.6 rating on IMDb. It's directed by Richard Donner, and it stars Gregory Peck and Lee Remick. The synopsis for this is basically odd deaths keep happening around the American ambassador, and he has this child, and is he the Antichrist? Who knows? You'll have to find out and watch it. It's an absolute classic. I love it. You should definitely check it out for a good Halloween movie. At number 7, we have something I absolutely adore, especially because they're also fantastic horror games. If you're looking for a horror game to do, to have fun on at Halloween. Silent Hill, some of the best. Can't knock them. So this is the first film in the series. There's 2, but this one's the first, and it's a 15. It's a long one, guys, but boy is it worth it, especially if you know the games, and they're really good. It's 2 hours and 5 minutes long. It's got a 6.6 rating on IMDb. It's directed by Christoph Afghans, and it stars Rada Mitchell and Sean Bean. And spoiler, he doesn't die in it. Or does he? No, he doesn't, because he's in the second. Lol. The synopsis for this is Rose goes to find her adopted daughter in the freaky town of Silent Hill because she gets lost in there. And boy, are those monsters creepy and weird. Very, oh my god, make your bones chill. They're very weird. Definitely go watch it if you want a real horror scare from that. Next at number 8 we have The Woman in Black, the fabulous story done by Susan Hill. This is a 12A, so younger people can watch this. It's an hour and 35 minutes long. It's got a 6.4 rating on IMDb. It's directed by James Watkins and the stars Daniel Radcliffe. So if you like Harry Potter, go watch this. And the fabulous Kieran Hines, who I absolutely love. And if you're a fan of Jane Austen, you know him from the adaptation of Persuasion, where he is devilishly handsome. And the synopsis for this movie is basically a young solicitor goes to clear a house of this old woman who's died, but he finds himself a ghost along the way with a very horrid past and a vengeful spirit because some terrible things have happened to her. And also some terrible things are happening to the children in the village. But all will be revealed if you go watch this movie. You definitely should. It's a great horror scare and I do love it. Next I've got 2 films that I actually haven't watched, but I am going to watch tonight because I need to watch horror films tonight because I can't not. But yes, they are on Netflix and they are Netflix films. The first one is Before I Wake, and I'm not sure if I've watched this. I look at it every time I go onto my Netflix and I'm like, have I watched that? I don't remember if I've watched it, but it looks slightly familiar. So I'm going to either rewatch it or watch it for the first time. It's called Before I Wake. It's a 15 and it's an hour and 37 minutes long. It has a 6.1 rating on IMDb. It's directed by Mike Flanagan and it stars Kate Bosworth and Thomas Jane. And the synopsis for this film is a young couple adopt an orphan whose dreams come to life when he sleeps. Ooh, it's going to be interesting. I'm really interested to see what dreams they are. And the last one, which is another Netflix original, is called I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House. It's a long title. This is a 15. It's an hour and 29 minutes long, so not too long. It's got a lower rating of 4.7 on IMDb. It's directed by Oz Perkins. It stars Ruth Wilson and Paula Prentice, and it looks really creepy. So I'm really interested to see where this goes. And the synopsis for this is basically a nurse who is taking care of a very elderly woman in this big haunted house with a creepy ghost or spirit. So it looks creepy and good. I will have to find out and then tell you all in a review whether I think it's good or not. But yes, those are my top 10 films that are horror-y for Netflix, and if you are delving into your Netflix, definitely check at least one of these out. They are really good movies and you will not be disappointed. I hope you guys have a fantastic Halloween. That is it for me here. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video and click subscribe if you are new to my channel. I hope that you have a very scary Halloween and you get your share of scares, because you know it's very important to get scared on Halloween. It is definitely. If you are looking for any of the top 10s I talked about at the beginning of the video, I will link all the links once I've posted them on my blog down below, and all the trailers for all the movies I've talked about in this video will be down below in the links. And I hope you have a fantastic Halloween!